Hello friends, again back to this new video tutorial where I'm going to be walking with you, showing you the steps taken on creating up a simple login, actually logout part of the system. Now this is my codes, which I'm just going to show you here very first, and what I used to come up with that. It's not very complicated, so I don't think it will be so hard for you guys to come up with what you think is right. If you check back on our registration panel or side of this application, it is here where there's a create account. That comes as a result when someone comes in here on the login and then say create account. And create account, this definitely push you in this page here to create one account, where I tend to ask someone's details like username, the user type, password, and the submit button, which is called register. Don't forget, everything of mine I'm processing them in one page, and that page I'm using else if conditions, and that's all enough for me to register a given user, where I first check whether the username and password, actually the username exists. If the username exists, then tell the person that person actually exists, then later on pushes that person to the register part of it. If exists, then the person can go to login. If does not exist, then continue process the person to register. Now you can use my codes. It's so simplified and modified. I'm using advanced function of PHP, and don't forget, I'm not using MD5, I'm using SHA-1, whereby it's more strong and compared to my method MD5. If I take you to my database and then try to move you with my database, I think you can see how my code look like. It's my password being SHA-1. It is kind of big compared to the other previous version of the MD5, but it's okay. You can use MD5, or what I mean by MD5, you can always replace this one with the MD5. And if you replace this to MD5, everything should be MD5. And don't forget, that implies this person who have already been registered before should be removed out of the application. Otherwise, it will not work. So don't forget about that. Put that in mind. So this is just my simple information. Then how do I get reset password? That one is got, as I said, the reset password is equal to the password itself. So this checks for if that person already exists. If already exists, then just tell the person to log in. Otherwise, register if the person is new. So my condition, this is just a PDO. I think you can see DB create, where DB create comes as a result from this function here. I have my function there which helps the user to create a given account or to create up account. It's called create, which is this. So db that is as a result of my function up here, which I created from the database, which you think you guys can see here. I'm fetching from PDO, and then here where I say db create, just to create from a given user. So always, if returns for me 1, means it's positive, and that's it. That's what I'm saying. If result is equal to 1, then echo from this kind of query to show success, and definitely push the back to the user. This user URL is as a result from an index page, which index page is the login part of this site. I think you can see this stuff right from here when you try to cross check this part of the system. If you have this file ready, I think you should see that site underscore URL, which site underscore URL gives us a chance, and this is the app directory, which is actually HPMS, which is actually the root directory, which if you try to click there pushes you to the index page, and this index page is the login part of it, and that's it. So definitely that's why they come up with processing something called the registration panel of this site. And the code is not much, it's just something very simple. You can take your means time, and then you have that processed within you. And this is the main part of this application, which you don't need to forget. Something very simple to come up with that, and that's it. Whereby this is for a password, this is the user type checking, and then the other way around is for the username etc. And then don't forget the submit button, which is register, which is pushing you to go on and process this registration. And that's it. So thanks for watching this short video. I'm going to come back in the next video showing you how the dashboard and differentiating the users who are using this who are using this application, right from the administrator, the nurse itself, and even the patient. So if you find this video useful and helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the more new videos that we're going to be always pushing. Each time we submit a new video, you can always be notified. Thank you.